Some of the songs that you hear tonight will be familiar because you just heard them a couple nights ago, and many others are ones that I gave them yesterday. So, because it's jazz. Our first piece comes to us from Eugene McDaniels. It was written in 1966 as a protest of the Vietnam War and then President Lyndon B. Johnson. And it has been recorded by more than 270 artists. This arrangement by Mike Camuth leans towards the energy of the live version recorded by Les McCann and Eddie Harris in 1969 at the Montreux Jazz Festival. It will feature on tenor saxophone Lucas Poirier and Jackson Jacoby on trumpet, as well as Keda Kialunda on drums. Here is Compared to What? I just need to check. Do I need to turn this off every time and mute it, or?
No, you just leave it.
Okay, perfect.
Don't drop it.
hadn't looked at it until we're like, we need songs for tonight. So this next one is by piano player Ray Bryant. It's called Cubano Chant, arranged by Victor Lopez. Cubano Chant is a joyous, upbeat Latin chart, and it captures the bright spirit of Cuban dance music as fantasized by America. It again features on tenor saxophone Lucas Poirier. Our next song is called Cantaloupe Island. It was composed by jazz pianist Herbie Hancock for his 1964 album, Empyrean Isles, when he was in Miles Davis's quintet in the early 60s. This arrangement by Dave Mills stays true to its laid-back Latin funk feel, and the tune is a jam session staple. On solos, we will have Lucas Poirier and maybe Jackson Jacoby. It says maybe. we shift around, our next piece is called Goodbye Pork Pie Hat. And it is a jazz instrumental composed by Charles Mingus, originally recorded by his sextet in 1959 and released on his album Mingus Ah It was subsequently released on his '63 album, Mingus, 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 as the theme for Lester Young and 1977's 3 or 4 Shades of Blues. So, see, you can repeat songs all the time. He used it on 3 separate albums in less than a decade. And there you go. Mingus wrote it as an elegy for saxophonist Lester Young, who had died 2 months prior to the recording session and who was known for wearing unusually broad-brimmed pork pie hats. And it will feature on tenor saxophone Lucas Poirier. next piece, it is my great pleasure to get to feature so many grade 9s in our jazz band. And the cool thing is they kind of filtered their way in throughout the year. Like, the first couple would join, and then a few weeks later, a couple more would show up, and they kind of hide in the back. Then they start shuffling in. So even, I think, a month and a half ago, we had another couple join, and it's awesome. So this next piece is called Chameleon, or affectionately called Chamelon. I don't even know when that started, but it did. And it's a jazz standard composed by Herbie Hancock again, with Benny Maupin, Paul Jackson, and Harvey Mason, all of whom also performed the original 15-minute and 44-second full-length version on the 1973 album Headhunters. And that featured solos by Hancock and Maupin, and all kinds of strange experimental electronic sounds. The 9-minute and 41-second edit omitted an out-of-tune segment, thankfully, which featured a new bass line added and new instruments that they just, post-production, they recorded and went, you know, wonder what this would sound like on it. And they kept experimenting and adding all kinds of crazy synthesizers and ones that you wouldn't play with keys. You just unplug wires and plug them in a different spot, like the old operator switchboards. So I'm dating myself now. I've seen a lot of old TV shows. Anyways, this arrangement will feature a couple of our grade 9s on it. We have Peyton Dixon on drums, in the back there. And we'll have solos by Corbin Thompson on alto. You can clap after each name, sure. Athena Cornelison on trumpet, and Keith Jameson on tenor. I got that right, yes? Okay, perfect. Here we go. Awesome. Yep, make some more noise for those grade 9 soloists. That'd be awesome. All right, our next piece is, I'm going to give you a little bit of history here again. And it's stuff that I just learned today looking this up. The history of the Zoot Suit riots. Has anyone ever heard of those before aside from the song Zoot Suit Riot? Because I was like, I don't understand these lyrics. It's kind of made nonsense-ish, nonsensical, cherry poppin' daddies. What are those? Okay, I knew what a zoot suit was. And so in looking it up, I clicked on the link and went, oh. So it refers to the Zoot Suit riots from June 3rd to the 8th in 1943 in Los Angeles. And it's a bit of a darker history where it involved American servicemen and white Angelinos attacking and tearing the suits off of Mexican, African American, and Filipino youths who were wearing zoot suits because it was deemed unpatriotic in war times when there were rations on fabric and foods. I was like, wow. I didn't understand the lyrics before, but then that's a whole new light on them. I always tell the students to never stop learning, and it shows that I still have lots to learn. So this piece is a very up-tempo. It's a driving jump swing tune by the Cherry Poppin' Daddies, arranged by Paul Murtha, and we have not done this for a number of years. It was just kind of shelved after a while. But we're breaking it out for this. And it features, one more time, Lucas Poirier on tenor saxophone, and Colby McEwing, our winner of our Outstanding Jazz Musician Award last night at our awards. Yes, who also doubles as one of the captains on the Bert Church football team this year. Yeah, doing everything. Getting up early for jazz band too, which is awesome. But this is Zoot Suit Riot, and after this, we're going to take our first intermission, and I'm to encourage you to please enjoy the bar and purchase some desserts, many desserts, purchase lots of desserts and refreshments. We delivered 490 pieces today, and that was unexpected. We had some band students in the culinary program. They were like, we'll make stuff. I'm like, okay, how many are you gonna make? Sure. And I went into the freezer, and it was one of those big steel racks, just tray after tray after tray. I'm like, oh no. Okay, and so yeah, buy, many. There's lots. I'm sure they're delicious. Just make sure that you eat them out in the lobby, or you could step outside. We're kind of doing it club style too. I don't think I mentioned this at the start, but club style. So if you want to dip out between songs, or when I'm rambling on like this and grab another refreshment, by all means, do so. This will be Zoot Suit Riot, and then we'll take a little 15 to 20 minute break. Thanks very much. We're going to take a short break.